Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer. Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer.
Welcome to this presentation of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Live on YouTube and brought to you by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Everyone who is able to stand for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlie Jordan Field, home of the Generals here on the campus of Shiloh High School in Snellville, Georgia, for this 2026 U.S. Open Cup qualifier. It is Kalonji Pro Profile taking on LSA Norcross Pro. Larry Weber bringing you all the action in today's match. Thank you so much for watching right here on ASMG TV. Take a look at the lineups as they stand right now. Keep an eye on the top of the box for Kalonji Pro Profile. Zane Hilton, Kareem Tamimi, and Kalen Kalonji in the starting 11 on the top. Keep an eye on LSA Norcross Pros, James Leon, Martin Morales, and Carlos Orta as well. Both of these teams are going to play a 4-3-3 system. Coach Galdamez's system. Keep an eye for Diouf helping out Orta, Morales, and Leon over there on the right side, and Ramirez helping out there defensively in the midfield. Formation for Bruno Kalonji's Kalonji Pro Profile. Playtez in the goal today. Irving and Demise holding down the midfield or the center back roles. Tony Tiente in that defensive role. Pavlotsky's going to have Daniel Tomasi back in the midfield. And like I said, Hilton, Tamimi, and Kalen Kalonji holding down the front attack for them. Lamino, Georgia, they are going to be in the traditional light blue kits. They're going to be moving from left to right. Kalonji Pro Profile, they are going to be in their traditional white kits, moving from right to left, their home kits here at Charlie Jordan Field. Thank you so much for watching right here on ASMG TV. Let's kick off the first half for this Open Cup match for the Lamar Hunt Open Cup. Two teams from the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division underway. That one is going to go out, and it'll be a throw for LSA. LSA, previously known as Lamino, Georgia, rebranding themselves this season to LSA Norcross Pro to be more akin to their academy system. Kamani Irving coming up from that center back role in the midfield, loses possession to Lamino. And a little bit of a misstep there between Grant Carr and Playtez, as Grant Carr being in the left back role there, and Playtez, he hasn't had a lot of playing time with Kalonji Pro Profile, only been in 2 matches so far this season. It'll go out, it'll be a throw for LSA Norcross Pro. These two teams, 5 of the 75 UPSL teams around the nation that are competing in the Lamar Hunt Open Cup qualifying rounds. Another team from the UPSL that competed this afternoon in this Open Cup qualifiers, Atletico Buford. They defeated Majestic SC from the 80 ASL 2-0 in that qualifier over at Ebster Park. Another match that is going on this evening up at Riverbend Park in Dalton, Georgia. North Georgia United welcoming Potros FC for that qualifying match. Looking to switch play is LSA, able to do so, working down this near line. Good give and go there for Orta. Carlos Orta going centrally. That pass deflected off a car. Tiente has it. Looking to counter quickly. Tamimi trying to give it back to Tiente. He's able to do so. Going back to Kamani Irving, the captain. Grant Carr over to Demise. You can already tell this Kalonji Pro Profile squad playing very loose tonight. Deflected off of LSA. They gain possession. Alex Ramirez, number 7 for LSA, one of the smallest players on the pitch tonight. We could possibly see in the reserves come on for substitution for Kalonji Pro Profile. The tallest man on the pitch, that would be Thierry Jules. Going to go all the way back to Playtez. He will send a long ball forward. Tamimi heads it over. Pavlotsky is going to receive it. It's really quite competitive in right there in the middle of the pitch, around that center circle area, those about 20, 30 yards. Neither team really controlling possession in that middle third. Carlos Orta has it though now for LSA. He puts it into the box. That one up and over. Diouf just not able to completely control that ball. Goes out. It'll be a goal kick for Playtez. We'll take a look really quick at that challenge. You see here, it was Diouf that gave it to Orta. Orta gets it, sends it into the box, and Diouf just cannot maintain control of it and put it on frame. Playtez still waiting for a replacement ball to get underway. And we get back underway here in the 5th minute. Going to send a long ball over to the far side, controlled by Hilton. but he's not able to get the pass over to teammate. Kamani coming out from the defensive line. Grant Carr. In seasons past, Grant Carr got to see some professional time in Germany before coming back to Kalonji Pro Profile. Kalonji Pro Profile having to find a replacement this season for their star right winger, Anthony Sumo, as he has moved to the professional ranks, playing for the Carolina Corps now. Tamimi makes the turn, puts a beautiful ball into the box, headed away by the defense. Pavlotsky not able to control that, but Tumasi is able to get it back to Carr. And Tamimi has it. If you're looking on the near line, it's that light gray line between the white and the black that is the touch line. So if you're watching at home, you want to look for that gray line. Trying to get it forward to Kalen Kalonji. Kalen Kalonji and Daniel Tomasi spending most of their playing time recently in the MLS Next system. Daniel Tomasi, he is absolutely surrounded by LSA players, able to release it, get it to Farias, to Monroy. Monroy taking a moment, moving the ball forward, looking for somewhere to go. He's going to elect to go over to Villa Gomez. This LSA Norcross Pro team just played on Thursday evening as they played against Atlanta United Academy in the UPSL system, losing to Atlanta United Academy. Grant Carr will go back to Kamani Irving and to Tony Tiente in the center circle, the former Atlanta United two-man. Has it again. Come over here to the captain, Kamani Irving. Held that captaincy for Kalonji Pro Profile for quite some time. Has been one of the most solid veterans for this Kalonji Pro Profile squad for many, many years. Tony Tiente will go back to Davies. Davies will go over here back to Kamani and Demise. Demise has a little bit of space to move forward if he so wishes. Gives it to Kamani Irving. One thing I can say is KSA playing very, very high tonight. Keeping that defensive line very, very high on the pitch. Kalen Kalonji comes back, receives it, gives it to Tiente. Tiente will go long to the left side, not able to get it to Hilton, but Carr's going to head it back for him. It'll deflect off. It'll be a throw for LSA. U.S. Open Cup, the oldest ongoing national soccer competition in the United States, founded in 1914. Kalen has possession from Pavlotsky. He'll take a shot, and that one will just roll to Sebastian Farias, and he'll throw it out to his midfield. Controlled over there on the far line. Back to the defense. Villa Gomez will send it long. Bouncing past. Kamani will run that down as Morales was putting pressure on him. Demise. And they'll come back to Irving. Pavlotsky, nice quick pass to Carr. Kamani's now going to switch play over to the far side. That one just headed out by James Leon over there on the far side for LSA. Thrown in, trying to get it to Tamimi, trying to get around the defender. He's able to get past him into the box and behind Sam Hilton. Zane Hilton could not get there. Excuse me, Zane Hilton. He could not get there as that ball was a little bit behind him. Good battle there between Pavlotsky and Nicolas Gutierrez. Pavlotsky gets it to Carr. Carr is going to go back to Irving. Very, very fast pace here in the first 11 minutes at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School. A little bit warm for this fall evening in early October. Here's a ball that gets to Hilton, deflects off of the defender and off of Monroy, and it'll go out. It'll be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. Center official did not like the throw, wants it done a little bit differently. You can see 81 degrees was kickoff time weather. Almost no wind whatsoever. No weather in the forecast either. So it is going to be a beautiful night for soccer here in Georgia. Cut off again by Tiente. Tomasi tried a backheel to Tiente, not going to get there. Diouf and Tomasi battle. Tomasi comes out with the ball, gives it to Kareem Tamimi, the former Atlanta United 2-man, puts it into the box, headed away. It will be a corner for Kalonji Pro Profile. Again, good battle here on the LSA side of the pitch. Take a look at this one. Let's see, gets to Tamimi, trying to stand up. Luis Orta gets it into the box and headed away by Villa Gomez, and we will do a corner here on the far side. It'll be Daniel Tomasi with an outswinger. Short, controlled by Tamimi, but he cannot control that back heel. Goes down. Kamani Irving comes away with it, and that's a ball forward. It's on, but it's going to be offsides. Kamani Irving was able to get control of that ball and get it past the defender and down the line. Unfortunately, Zane Hilton was offsides for Kalonji. You are watching this 2026 U.S. Open Cup qualifier between Kalonji Pro Profile and LSA Norcross Pro right here on ASMG TV. Cleared by Tiente, straight up into the air. Beautiful touch by Kalen Kalonji. And Pavlotsky will get called for that foul on Ramirez. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all of our content, not just these live matches, but highlights, interviews, podcasts, so very much more right here on ASMG TV. Our focus is primarily on the UPSL conference. Controlled, no handball committed there as that ball deflected into the chest of the LSA man. He wanted a foul, he didn't get one. Kalen Kalonji is going to get a foul though. Very physical as well as competitive in these first 15 minutes. No cards or anything, just good play. Kalen Kalonji having to fix the boot. Also that shin guard. I would say these shin guards keep getting smaller and smaller since the olden days of this U.S. Open Cup tournament. First champions of this tournament was Brooklyn Field Club in 1914. Back then, the trophy was presented by Thomas Dewar. Kamani Irving sends it forward to Tomasi. He's got to play it back to Tiente. Tiente is able to control it. No handball called there. It is ball for LSA. Shot taken, and that had to be saved by Henry Playtez because it had eyes from the goal coming from Carlos Orta. He's going to get that second one too. That one just found its way through. We'll take a look at that first one in a moment before we take a look at the second. Henry Playtez having to come up strong in the 16th minute. 2 shots on goal for LSA. Hard challenge there by Xavier Diouf. You can hear those fans in the stands as it is a packed house here at Charlie Jordan Field. Look at this first attempt. Lost by Tiente. Gets over to Orta, and a little bit of a deflection off of Kamani Irving is why it had such an angle for Playtez to handle. And then that second one that came in, as it comes back from Ramirez, lays it off, and it bounces off, and you can see there again, it was the deflection that forced Playtez in a scramble to defend. The second one coming from Nicolas Gutierrez. Thrown in from Grant Carr as we get back underway here in the 18th minute. The throw for KSA. Cut off by LSA, but finally released as we go back and forth in the midfield right now. Good turn, good control by Alex Ramirez for LSA. That one straight to Demise. And the way that Kalonji Pro Profile play, they allow their backs to move forward. You see Davies spending most of his time forward. Oh, here's a great ball for LSA. It's going to bounce through and it's going to go in for the first opening goal here at Charlie Jordan Field for LSA to go up 1-0. Carlos Orta with the goal. Take a look at this goal. It comes forward absolutely perfect right through the defense. It deflects. Nothing that Demise or Carr could do. And LSA take the opening goal to go up 1-0 here in the 19th minute. Number 9, Carlos Orta. Immediately looking to attack is KSA to get back level. So one thing about these two teams, this LSA team has been together and played multiple matches in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Couple of these players for Kalonji Pro Profile, they've been on other assignment in the MLS Next Pro. So a couple of these players have not played together, so you might think that there might be a little bit of miscommunication from time to time. We'll see if that is the story as we end this match. Orta is able to get past that ball past Carr. Carr takes him down, but no foul is called. Good battle between Orta and Carr. Center official letting them play. Kalen Kalonji goes through center circle, gives it to Tomasi, but a great sliding challenge from LSA. It gets back forward to Kalen Kalonji, but it's going to go out. It'll be a throw for LSA. Give us a chance again. Look at this goal from Carlos Orta. You see a beautiful ball goes right through the mid, right past to Demise and Carr, and takes the 1-0 lead back live. Straight up into the air. Ramirez is able to push it forward, but Tiente is there. Cannot get it past each other. They're just going to relieve the pressure from KSA, go back to Playtez. Monty Irving coming forward, plays it back over to Demise. Demise will move significantly forward. Lift one, trying to cross over to Tamimi. Tamimi commits the foul just inside the box. It'll be an LSA free kick. Sebastian Farias tells his squad to move forward. As we are in the 23rd minute. Diouf goes down trying to send that forward. Is going to allow the ball to go towards LSA side before back in the midfield. Demise tries to one-time it. Gets a little bit of help from Pavlotsky. Settled. That's a beautiful ball controlled by Davies. Gives it to Tamimi. Tamimi looking to turn. Absolutely being accosted there. But he earns the foul. And Pavlotsky will be allowed to move 5 yards forward, right about 50 yards out. Just wants to kind of put this one in play. And indeed he does to Kamani Irving. Lets Demise move forward. Trying to get a pass forward. Able to get it into control as Davies. Plays it over to Tamimi. Tamimi. Tamimi turns. Gets around Orta. Rolls it, rolls it, rolls it. Has 2 men on him. Carlos Orta knocks it out. It will be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. Ramirez and Orta teaming up there on Tamimi. Grant Carr with a quick throw to Tamimi. And it'll go out again for a throw for Kalonji. Over the top of the defender. Still in play. No. Out of the back line. Out for a goal kick. Kareem Tamimi was trying to keep that in. You can see there Bruno Kalonji having conversation with the bench about what he is seeing on the pitch. Bruno Kalonji, one of the very emotional and colorful coaches you'll see on the sidelines here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Been around for a very long time. Always wants the best on the pitch. He's had many players in his organization move on into the professional ranks. Anthony Sumo, the most recent of those players. There's a ball forward for Kalonji. Kaylin Kalonji takes the shot, deflected there by Farias. That was a good attempt by Kalonji Pro Profile. That pass off the mark from Hilton. Davies coming back to assist. But LSA coming out of it, gets around those 3 men, but it's going to be cleared by Demise for a throw for LSA. Kamani Irving will send that one forward, bouncing off of the LSA man in the center circle. Sam Pavlotsky will send it over to Zane Hilton. Hilton on the far side. He'll try to send one forward, deflects off of Luis Orta. It'll go out. It'll be a throw for LSA. Kalonji Pro Profile with possession right now. Playing it back to Kamani Irving. He gets past the challenge over to Grant Carr. Grant Carr surveying. He'll elect to just give it back to Irving. Be a throw for KSA. Thrown in from Carr. Pavlotsky will send a ball forward. Kalen is able to just get a header on it, but it goes back to the midfield. Tony Tiente runs it down. Send a long ball trying to get it to Kalen Kalonji. Not going to get there. Carr all the way forward. No foul is called. See the hands immediately come up from Grant Carr. And there will be a foul. You go back to the non-foul with Grant Carr, and you can see as this ball is bouncing, and immediately hands up. And then we look at what was the last foul. And Tiente getting it to Hilton. And that little bit of a slap out with his hand, with his left hand, is why that foul was called. Foul on Kalonji, LSA. This ball is going to be about 38 yards out. You have space if you wanted to try to get it into the box. Ramirez is going to take this. Lifts it forward into the box. Playtez punches it out. A little bit of assistance from Tumasi. Bouncing past Tiente into the box. Morales trying to make the turn on Davies, able to do so. And Pavlotsky has no choice but to knock it out for a corner. see here, battling for that ball. And Pavlovsky having no choice to just knock that out. Ramirez trying to locate a ball. As you can see, significant amount of track here at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School with these multi-sport surfaces. This will be an in-swinger for Ramirez. Plays it short to Morales. Ramirez trying to get it to Gutierrez. Not going to be able to do so. It will go out. It'll be a throw, though, for LSA. Trainer assisting with getting that ball back to LSA. And Luis Orta will come over to take the throw for LSA to Ramirez. Play it back to the defense. Nice long ball forward from LSA, cut off by Carr. Nice touch there by Tamimi, knocks out. It'll be a throw for KSA. Again, you are watching U.S. Open Cup qualifier for the 2026 year. It is LSA Norcross Pro 1, Kalonji Pro Profile 0 here at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School in Snellville, Georgia. Bouncing out, it'll be a throw for LSA. Said this tournament was renamed to the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup in 1999 for the NASL and MLS executive and one of the men that helped shape soccer in the United States, Lamar Hunt, also of NFL glory with his first Dallas Texans and then becoming the Kansas City Chiefs. Sam Pavlovsky is moving forward in that midfield, but has to go back to the defense. Kalonji playing it back to Grant Carr. Kalen will get it back. We'll give it to Irving. Irving will go long to the far side, trying to get it to Hilton, but Farias is there to grab it. And he's able to utilize that very large box there. Knows where the lines are. Utilizing all of his space to keep control of that. That'll be a foul committed, and it'll be a really good opportunity for LSA again. Back underway. Sent forward. Diouf is not going to get there before Demise. And Demise will send a nice long ball forward, still in play. And all the way back to Farias. Farias will send a nice ball forward for LSA. But Kalen Kalonji is going to run that down. Send it to Hilton. Hilton holds up before trying to get past the defense of LSA. They have been very, very strong today. Luis Orta with another good deflection out for a throw. Allow his squad to get back in a defensive shell. Hold off another Kalonji attack in their hopes. Be a long throw attempt from Kalonji. Nice little flick out of nothing there. Kareem Tamimi with a flick inspired by Zlatan. Trying to make something happen there. Kamani Irving will knock that one out, and it will be a throw. See if we can see that little flick again. Look at this throw in from Kalonji, and just a little bit of a side flick there. Got it towards the goal, saved, cleared away, back to live action. Foul committed on Kalen Kalonji. Grant Carr coming up. We're in the 36th minute. Tamimi goes down. He's asking for a foul, not going to get one. It'll be a throw for LSA. It's physical on both sides of the ball. Center official coming over to have a conversation with Tamimi, making sure that everybody is on the same page. Thrown in. This will come over to the near side. Diouf's touch kind of lets him down. It'll go back to Monroy. Monroy will go back, or excuse me, that was Eduardo Gutierrez that went back to Monroy to Farias. Now to Monroy. Deflected off of Kalonji, headed back by Tiente to Masi. A little bit of a touch by Kalen Kalonji, not able to get that to Tamimi. And Tiente missed the jump, but gets it on the second attempt. This younger LSA squad not intimidated in any way to the veterans of Kalonji Pro Profile. Playing exceptionally well these first 38 minutes. Goal scorer Luis Orta in the 19th minute. Ramirez sends a beautiful ball forward to Xavier Diouf. He's going to receive it. Holds off the first challenge from Demise. Pavlotsky will win a foul in possession. Wanted to take it quickly. Ball was still in motion. Center ref requesting a restart there and able to do so. Again, this is an artificial turf. We had a little bit of rain yesterday throughout the area. So should be pretty well suited for fast-paced soccer that we are seeing this evening. Tumasi trying to get a ball over the top to Kalen Kalonji, coming together with Gutierrez. No foul is called. LSA also having a very large group of fans here at Charlie Jordan Field. Probably more fans from the away side than the home Kalonji Pro Profile. Headed straight up in the air by Tiente. Gets the second and third attempt before getting the foul off of Diouf. Center official wanting that ball back about 10 yards. Pavlotsky thought about getting it underway. Gives it back to Demise and over to Irving as we are just about complete through 40 minutes. Tiente tried to strike through that and collided with the LSA man. He's okay. Hilton putting the pressure on Orta. Bouncing. Collided with the second defender before releasing it. Gets it to Kalonji. No foul called there. Center official was right there, said that that was a complete ball clearance. See here on this replay, as this is bouncing through, and as this comes through, center official says that was not an egregious foul. Grant Carr. Get us back underway here in the 41st minute. See how much stoppage time we will receive. Ball forward, cut off by Demise. It'll be a throw though. He'll hold it for a second or two to allow his squad to move back. Gives a chance for Gutierrez. Will come up for the throw. He'll give it to Ramirez. Back to Gutierrez. Over to his brother Nicholas Gutierrez. Morales colliding with the center official. He's frustrated because Kalonji comes away with it. Tiente over to Tamimi. Tamimi holds up. He's got two men. Makes a beautiful turn. Slides it across. Cleared by LSA. Coming over to take it quickly. You can see just for a second there, the LSA center, or the LSA coach there being vocal about that call. LSA keeps control of it, clears it, put back forward, and Irving finally comes away with it. He'll go down by a foul from Diouf. Take a look at that opportunity just a second ago, and you can see Tamimi, look at this turn, beautiful turn. Gets it towards the box, and that was a beautiful clearance. Back underway live here at Shiloh High School, home of the Generals. Irving's forward, taking on Morales, gives it to Pavlotsky. Pavlotsky will lift it into the box, but Farias will be right there to take it out of the air. Roll it over here to Gutierrez. And that ball will be out. They said that Nicholas Gutierrez could not get a deflection off of the Kalonji man. They'll take it farther back. Throw it all the way back to Demise. Tiente moving forward in the midfield. Gives it to Tomasi. Tomasi will go back to Demise. Demise wants somebody to show for him forward so he can send it. Gets it over to Hilton. Hilton goes down, still fighting. Now transition for LSA. And Demise will be there in front of Morales to get it out of the danger zone. Tiente gets just enough of a touch on it to give it to Hilton. And now Tamimi has space to move forward if he so wishes. And indeed he does. Great tackle there by the young LSA man. Morales will just send this one into Kalonji's half, allow Playtez to come up to get it. Fourth official has the board up, ready to show what will be. Tamimi's onside. Gives it to Kayla Kalonji, saved by Farias. See what the fourth official will show on the board for stoppage time. Various will send one out. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of stoppage time is what we'll have in this first 45. Monroy not able to completely control that. Grant Carr will come out and is going to get a foul. Excuse me, that is Eduardo Gutierrez that committed the foul, not Monroy. You see here as this ball not off the mark, it's coming for us, and Gutierrez just has to dive in, commits the foul. And it'll be Daniel Tomasi who they're getting mixed signals from the bench as what the coach wants completed here. Both Carr and Tomasi come off. Pavlatsky will put one into the box. Headed over the bar and out for a goal kick. Kareem Tamimi trying to head that one towards goal. Unfortunately, over the bar and out. Just about 30 seconds to go in this first half. And goes down, and it will be a throw for LSA. Kalonji are able to get it out by Pavlatsky. Kalen Kalonji, Tamimi. Keeps moving forward, holds up. He's got 3 men on him, lays it off to Tiente. Tiente trying to get it over to Pavlatsky. Not a lot of time left on the clock. Have to do something here into the box. Just not able to get there was Kalen Kalonji. And that'll be a throw for Kalonji. Center official is going to allow it to keep going. Here comes Tamimi with a long throw attempt. It looks like, nope, he's going to play it farther back. And that was a high boot. Really didn't give him anything there. Did Ben Davies really didn't have much to work with from that throw from Kareem Tamimi. Pavlatsky, that one's off the mark. And that will finish our first half. We will go into halftime with the score being Kalonji Pro Profile 0, LSA Norcross Pro 1. You're watching this U.S. Open Cup qualifier for 2026. We'll be back in a few minutes. You get a chance to get a beverage and a snack, and we'll see you in just a few minutes for the second half here at Charlie Jordan Field.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer. Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer.
Welcome back to Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School for this 2026 U.S. Open Cup qualifying match. It is Kalonji Pro Profile 0, LSA Norcross Pro 1. Larry Weaver bringing you all the matchup here at ASMG TV. Thank you so much for watching this Sunday evening. The one other match that is going on here in the U.S. Open qualifying matches in Georgia up at Riverbend Park. It's currently 0-0 between North Georgia United and Potros FC. It'll be Kalonji Pro Profile that'll get us underway here in the second 45. They'll be in the white kits moving from left to right. LSA Norcross Pro, they are in the blue kits moving from right to left. Kaylin Kalonji will step up to take this. There's the whistle for the second 45 underway here at Charlie Jordan Field. Long ball from Kamani Irving. A little bit of a tug back there from Kaylin. Not going to get called for that foul. Kamani Irving. Another ball sent forward. Tiente goes down, but no foul is called. Over here to the far side, or near side, excuse me, Demise moving forward. Ball into the box from Davies. Grab there by Farias. Foul by Tiente, but it's okay. Farias will send that one out. Moving over there on the far side, Kaylin Kalonji just taken off of the ball. Pavlovsky will come back to try to win that. Able to do so. Kamani Irving, he'll take a shot. Saved by Farias. Hilton, one time from Tamimi, over to Davies. Davies back into the box, controlled by Kalonji. That'll be knocked out, and it will be a corner, excuse me. Kalonji will come up to take this corner. This will be an in-swinger. Into the box, headed away by LSA. And A little bit of extra clearance before Kalonji get it right back. Davies trying to get it to Tamimi. He's not able to get past. A little bit of a physical between the two teams. Crossed, not able to control that. Out again from LSA. Pavlotsky, turn made, and that is going to be a foul. Good work there by the Kalonji man to earn the foul. You see here, as this ball comes back forward, receives it, goes to make the turn, and just goes down. This will be a really great opportunity for Kalonji, as this ball is only about 3 yards out of the box, and it is only about 3 yards from the edge of the box there on that far side. Ciente ready to take this. Tries low. The wall does its job. Cleared by Diouf. That one goes out of the arena and down the hill. Diouf allowed his squad to get back and ready for this challenge from Kalonji. Over to the near side. Come on. Was that a handball? Kamani Irving wanted a handball, as he didn't make complete contact with it, but it's going to be a corner. Remember, no VAR. We can look at it on the match. They're trying to talk to the AR over here on the near side, wanting it to be a handball, not going to get the call. It's going to be just a corner. We can take a look at it. You can see as this ball comes over here to the near side, as Kamani takes a strike at it, it hits James Leon on the elbow, but that's not going to be a corner, as his arm is in a natural position. And this will be just a corner for Kalonji Pro Profile. And it'll be Blake White. Blake White came on at halftime. Here comes the outswinger. Far side cleared right in the middle of the pitch. It looks like Blake White replaced Daniel Tomasi in the midfield. Over to the far side. Diouf will receive. Tries to lift it forward. Demise is able to get enough of a touch on it to knock it out for a corner. Nicholas Gutierrez taking his time to retrieve that ball. This will be an in-swinger from Gutierrez. To the far side and beyond. Grant Carr will get enough of a touch on it to force it out for a throw. Could have just let that ball go out, and it would have been a Kalonji throw. That didn't hit anybody as it bounced through the box. Here comes the throw from Orta. Headed away. Tried to put it back in play, but Kalonji will clear. Get it forward. Monroy gets a touch on it, and it's going to roll out. It will be a throw for KSA. Tamimi not able to get there. He will let the ball wait for Grant Carr to come up to take it. He will throw it back to Irving. Irving will go over to Pavlotsky. Now, Davies will send the ball forward. Kalen Kalonji not able to gee there as Diouf sends it back in to Kalonji's defense. Davies will get it again. Another ball forward. This time trying to one-time it was White and not going to get a touch on that proper. And it'll go out and it'll be a goal kick. Again, you are watching 2026 U.S. Open Cup qualifying match. Second round between Kalonji Pro Profile and LSA Norcross Pro. LSA Norcross Pro getting a goal in the 19th minute by number 9, Carlos Orta. Sebastian Farias will get us back underway. And a high boot. No harm, no foul from James Leon on Demise. Going over to the far side. Carr able to get it forward. Receives it back. Irving moves into center circle. Comes over here to Davies. Davies elects to go short to Zane. And he'll go back to Demise. Kamani Irving cannot get that pass completely right. Allows LSA to take possession. Great sliding challenge by Carr. Allows Kalonji to have possession again. Davies thought about sending a long ball. Holds up. Tries to thread that to Tiente. Taken away by Gutierrez. Over to the far side. Stays in play, moved forward. Finally lost possession from Pavlotsky. Now Kalonji moving forward with Zane Hilton. He'll go over to Tiente. Tiente holds up, gives it to the on-running Blake White, trying to work his way around the defenders. Still in possession. That's going to be called a penalty. It was a bit of a delay from the center official to make that call. He calls a penalty on LSA. Take a look at this again. You can see this on-running Blake White taking on Eduardo Gutierrez, and a little bit right there from behind is what was the foul. Took him a minute to make the call. It's going to allow Zane Hilton to step up to take this penalty for Kalonji Pro Profile. Can they find the equalizer here in the 57th minute? And Zane Hilton buries that one for Kalonji Pro Profile to equalize 1-0. Take a look again at that penalty call by the center official. You see the on-running Blake White. You see Gutierrez and Orta, Carlos Orta from behind. And that is what he called the penalty for. We go 1-1 in the 57th minute. Getting very physical in that midfield, and there is going to be a challenge and a foul from Grant Carr. And you can see Grant Carr saying, what about those challenges just a minute ago? As it is Eduardo Gutierrez who is down. Take a look at the challenge again. You see right there, as Kalen Kalonji is down, and he just goes right through a bit of a high boot. He's lucky that he wasn't carded for that. Trainer is being asked to come on. Tiente trying to get control of his squad, getting everybody to come back, only allow the captain, Kamani Irving, to be up there with the trainer and officials. Give you an update in regards to the other open qualifying match that's going on right now in Georgia. It's 58 minutes have passed up there. It's currently Potros FC 1, North Georgia United 0. That goal was scored in the 54th minute up there at Riverbend Park for Potros FC. We'll see if Potros maintains. Also, player down again. You can see LSA man is in significant discomfort right there on the edge of the field. Expect probably some significant stoppage time from this. It's going to be Eduardo Gutierrez who is going to have to be assisted off of the pitch. You see the center official was adding some information to his match book. There'll be a substitution for Eduardo Gutierrez in the 62nd minute. It looks to be Judah Myers who's going to be coming on for him, number 15. Back underway in the 62nd minute. 1-1, Kalonji Pro Profile and LSA Norcross Pro. LSA looking to attack, find a late winner as we are 2/3 of the way done here at Charlie Jordan Field. Knocked out, it'll be a throw for LSA. Diouf gets that thrown in, oh excuse me, that was Judah Myers who threw that in. In the box, goes down, and is a foul called on James Leon as he was on the pitch and was trying to retrieve the ball. You can see here on the replay as right here as Leon goes down and he kicks out trying to get possession and was called for the foul. About to go back live in the 64th minute. Back and forth. LSA clear it. That one will deflect off of Demise. Quickly thrown in. Demise runs it back down. Challenging with Morales. And that will be a foul. And it'll be a spot foul. Demise and Morales, I believe, is who the two that were challenging there. Be a two-man wall. Into the box, cleared straight up into the air. Davies heads it. Tries the acrobatics, but it goes out for a throw. Orta will leave it. Allow his brother Luis to come up to take it. Gives it to Carlos Orta. Orta into the box, cleared away by Kamani, and Blake White clears it for KSA. Back in, Judah Myers tried to send that, deflected off of Carr, and then James Leon deflected off of Tiente for a throw for LSA. You can see a conversation between the coach and Eduardo Gutierrez about what transpired in that foul. Tamimi comes off of that challenge. He sends the ball forward, not able to get on the mark from Judah Myers, cutting it off. Couldn't get it to Kalen Kalonji. Grant Carr heads it back forward for KSA. Tried to make the turn, did Hilton. He loses it to Orta. Orta will send a long ball forward. A little bit of an assist from Leon. But Kamani Irving back in the midfield. Tamimi gets past the first challenge. Holds up. Over to Hilton. Hilton will go back. Davies will give it to Pavlotsky. Pavlotsky over to the far side. Back to Kalen Kalonji. Cannot control it. Pavlotsky comes away with it. Gets past Ramirez into the box. Lifted, headed, and out and over for a goal kick. Really good opportunity for Kalonji Pro Profile. You almost want to say, if that was allowed to go past, I believe that's Tony Tiente, exactly. If it goes past Tiente, I think Tamimi had a better opportunity. Back live here at Charlie Jordan Field. In past the 67th minute, rolling into the 68th minute. Sensational night for soccer here in Georgia. Kalen Kalonji holding off the challenge. One timed forward by Tiente. Tamimi loses possession, but still have it. Kalen Kalonji puts it in the back of the net for the go-ahead goal for Kalonji Pro Profile, and they go up 2-1. A lot of pressure there from Kalonji Pro Profile. And take a look at this. LSA trying their best to get it out. Tamimi holds them off. Good challenge there. A back heel by Tiente and leads to the goal from Kalen Kalonji, and it is 2-1. And a conversation going on. Do we call this off? Or is this going to be allowed? It is going to be allowed. It is 2-1. Always like to hold up when we have a conversation like that between the staff. It took some time for this Kalonji Pro Profile squad to build into this game. First half, there goes Kalen Kalonji. He'll be replaced by number 19, Thierry Jules. Like I said, 6'7" for Thierry Jules. And Davies will be replaced by number 20, Medard. Wanja Medard will replace Davies on the back defensive row for Kalonji Pro Profile. Or will he move more midfield? You can see Bruno Kalonji barking at his squad to move forward and attack. Long ball forward, straight to Thierry Jules. And Farias will get there just in ahead of him. So Thierry Jules, 6'7". Right height you want to have for a striker. Formally, there will be a foul committed by the LSA man. I believe that was Alex Ramirez who is going to get called for that foul on Kareem Tamimi. Back underway. Here in the 71st minute, it is 2-1 Kalonji Pro Profile. Throw in for Kalonji. Into the box, bouncing through. Acrobatic attempt from Medard. Now here comes Medard. Medard was a big, here comes into the box, lays it off. Hilton has it, Hilton takes the shot, saved, bouncing through, cleared. Offsides. Wanja Medard was a huge component of Kalonji Pro Profile's spring season in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Tamimi loses possession, allows LSA to move forward. It's been some time before they've had a shot on goal in this second half. It's really been a tale of two matches. Say LSA was really in control that first half, and Kalonji Pro Profile has really taken over this second half. Tiente will get it back to Demise. It looks like Kalonji's moved more into a 3-4-3 formation with the introduction of Medard to the squad. LSA able to relieve the pressure as it is being applied in abundance right now by Kalonji Pro Profile. As we are in the 74th minute, it is now 2-1 Kalonji Pro Profile and LSA. Trading possession in the midfield. Sent long by Kalonji. Cleared away by LSA. It will be a corner. It'll be Blake White who will take this in-swinger for Kalonji Pro Profile as we enter the 76th minute. To the far side, Hilton tried to head it, but Farias will be there. If you're just watching the match, we'll bring you up to speed in the 19th minute. LSA's number 9, Carlos Orta, with the opening goal. We went into halftime 1-0. In the 57th minute, Kalonji Pro Profiles number 14, Zane. Oh, and there's a goal out of absolutely nothing as I'm telling you what happened. And Xavier Diouf said, please, can I get on the board as well? And indeed so, it is now 2-2. I'm sitting here telling you about the match so far. Diouf is like, oh yeah, I'll take a rip at it. Gets right on the ground past Henry Playtez, and it is now 2-2. LSA over on the far side. Free kick for LSA. Bouncing off of Kamani Irving, back to Playtez. Kamani will send a long ball forward. Thierry Jules gets up and over and knocked out. It will be an KSA throw. Allow Grant Carr to come up to take this throw. To Blake White. Fighting to get around the defender, but great work from Ramirez. Releases the pressure. Tiente gets it right back. Great ball from Kalonji. Gets it to Hilton. Hilton's in the middle. He takes a shot right into the hands of Farias. So just to wrap up the history of the match. 57th minute, it was Zane Hilton. 68th minute, it was Kalonji who makes it 2-1. And then in the 77th minute, number 8, Xavier Diouf with the goal. Terry Jules tried to get past. The defender doesn't get past Villa Gomez. Back forward. Tamimi heads it. Back out. And a foul will be committed by LSA. Ball is moving back and forth quickly. Kalonji, head coach, pacing on the sidelines. Makes its way to Sam Pavlotsky. He'll go back to Kamani Irving. Irving will go over to Carr. Carr will lift it into the box. Bouncing out. Back in play for Pavlotsky. A little bit of a deflection. It'll go out. It'll be a throw. Zane Hilton will complete this throw. Long throw in, headed, trying to do it was Tiente, still on the ground. And Farias will get there. No, he will not. Collided with Blake White, no foul was called. Kamani Irving will send it back forward, but it'll go, it stays in. It stays in. Or does it? It's hard to see a call for offsides. Call for offsides. Did look like the ball was still in. It's hard to see that touch line all the way over on that far side. Remember, it's that gray line. If you can just barely see it between the white lines. It's always hard to see that gray touch line here in the evening. Here at Shiloh High School. Great deflection by Diouf, but Kalonji still able to get the ball forward, and that is going to be a collision between Gutierrez and Hilton. Hilton with the high boot. Gutierrez getting the worst of that on boot to boot. No card is issued. Conversation between several of the LSA players. Nicholas Gutierrez looks to be okay. A free kick for LSA, just about 4 yards off of midline. Back underway here at Charlie Jordan Field. We're in through 82 minutes. Expect to have a little bit more stoppage time than we did in the first 45, as we've had a few stoppages for medical assistance on players, and we've had several goals. Playtez gets us back underway. If we do end regulation tied, we will go to extra time. If we are still tied after extra time, we would go to the penalty spot. So we will see if we are going to have some extra football to present to you this evening here in Snellville, Georgia, or if either one of these teams can find a winner with just about 7 minutes to go plus stoppage time. About the same time up in Dalton, and it's still 1-0 for Potos FC. Player goes down. No penalty is called as Diolf goes down on the pitch. Back forward, over to the far side. Carr is going to head it forward. Medard trying to get it forward. Comes back to Blake White. Thought about releasing it long. Is able to do it the second time to Medard. Medard trying to get around the defender. Holds up, makes the turn. Into the box, tried a little bit of a move was Jules. Couldn't do it. Tamimi! In the back of the net for Kalonji Profile to take the lead here in the 85th minute. Kareem Tamimi, calm as you would like it. The former GCC star and Atlanta United two-man puts Kalonji Profile up 3-2. See Jules trying to do something there, lays it off to Tamimi, and he just slots it in the side netting to make it 3-2. Can LSA find an equalizer again? Or will Kalonji Profile win another match here at Charlie Jordan Field? These two teams know each other quite well from the UPSL conference. Both of these two teams have been at the top of the table, winning the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division several times. Kalonji Profile made it all the way to the national tournament and ended third nationwide for, and there's a little bit of an extracurricular kick there by Thierry Jules. And Jules is going to get a yellow card for that. The 2025 U.S. Open Cup just concluded recently, with the winner being Nashville SC, defeating Austin FC 2-1. Last time we had a non-MLS team make it into the Open Cup finals was back in 2022, when Sacramento Republic from the USL Championship made it into the finals. Last time we've had a non-MLS team win the Open Cup was all the way back in 1999. Holding off play there is Blake White, or excuse me, Medard. That's Medard. Holds off, tries to pass, but nobody there. Cleared back to KSA. Pavlotsky coming over here to the near side. It is Zane Hilton, deflected off of the LSA man, out for a throw. Now, the last time we had a winner in this U.S. Open Cup that wasn't from the MLS since 1996 was back in '99, when the Rochester Rhinos defeated the Colorado Rapids 2-0. So this Open Cup has been dictated for the last few decades by the MLS. These UPSL players want an opportunity to shock the system. That'll be the end of the day for Luis Orta. He'll be replaced by number 16, Miguel Hernandez, in the 88th minute. Pavlotsky gets us underway. Hilton lets that one roll past him, and that will be a goal kick, as Ramirez escorted it out. Long ball sent forward. Good ball forward, but that's not going to be any chance for Terry Jules to get there. Farias will send a nice ball forward here in the 89th minute. Zane Hilton gets it back for Kalonji. Tamimi gets it to Blake White. Blake White makes the turn. Challenged, lost possession, get it right back to Medard. Medard on the outside, gets around the defender. Taking on two, it's gonna roll out and it will be a goal kick. Quickly taken by LSA. They need to get back on the board and quickly. And Pavlotsky comes up, tries to win it, goes down with an injury. Game is still on. That one will be knocked out by Demise, and it'll be a throw. Give an opportunity to come back to check on Pavlotsky as he went down there in the midfield. As he came up to challenge and went down a bit awkwardly. Center official helps him up. Be a throw for LSA in the 90th minute. Across. And that's a hard challenge by the LSA man. Terry Jules gets there. And we're going to go back to that challenge on the other side. As the Kalonji man is still down on the turf. Trainer called out, trying to see who that is down. I think it's Tony Tiente who's down. In the 90th minute, up in Riverbend Park, Potros FC has taken a 2-0 lead over North Georgia United. And indeed it is Tony Tiente who is down. Didn't see the challenge that happened as it was off of camera. Tiente holding his left shoulder. He's going to have to come off the pitch as the trainer came on for assistance. This has been a fantastic match here in the qualifying rounds of the U.S. Open Cup. It has gone back and forth in this second half. LSA really controlled the first 45. Monty Irving asked to take the ball back about 6 or 7 yards. Make that about 10 yards. We're already 2 minutes into stoppage time. We'll see what the actual call for stoppage time was. As I did not see a confirmation from the fourth official. Bouncing for Kalonji into the box. Shot taken, and it's in for Kalonji Pro Profile. That is the coffin nail for LSA. As that goal coming at the end in stoppage time. Take a look at this opportunity, and you can see just a little slow response from LSA, and Zane Hilton puts it away for the brace. In the 93rd minute to go up 4-2. hard-fought attempt here by LSA. Had the lead, lost it to Kalonji, got the equalizer back, lost it again, got the equalizer back again, and the defense was just kind of asleep there at the end and just got beat. Zane Hilton was here on the near side absolutely by himself with about 20 yards of space. And was able to easily put that past Farias. Still no confirmation of how much stoppage time we have here. Throw for KSA. Center official not happy with that throw-in as Kamani Irving ran up about 15 yards and sent back about the same amount. Leon will send that one out, but it'll still be a throw. This one, as this is always the inside game in every football match, as every player tries to gain extra yardage on the throw-ins. And they'll let 2 or 3 yards, but not 20, as Kamani tried to attempt there. That match up in Riverbend Park ends with Potros FC winning 2-0. And we will end here at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh Stadium, with the final being Kalonji Pro Profile 4, LSA Norcross 2. Goals for LSA from Carlos Orta and Xavier Diouf. A brace from number 14, Zane Hilton for Kalonji Pro Profile. Also from number 27, Kalen Kalonji, and number 9, Kareem Tamimi. That will do it for our coverage here at ASMG TV. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to catch all of our content. Thank you so much for watching here on ASMG TV. We'll see you next time here on the pitch.
This has been a presentation of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.